In the Philippines where sunlight gleams, Brian, Tess, and family dreams. By the shorelines, kids at play, in a tropical bright array.
Good morning, YouTubers, and welcome back to our channel, Brian and Tess in the Philippines, although today it's just Brian in the Philippines. As you guys know, I've been unwell for a couple of weeks. I'm finally starting to get back on my feet and feeling okay. And guess what? I've shared it with my beautiful wife, so now she's not well. So she's taken a couple of Tylenol and both the kids are sleeping at the moment, so she's trying to lie down and get some rest. It's so difficult when the one or the other is sick and you've got the two kids, and it's really difficult to take care of them on your own. It takes both of us, sometimes three people. Kyle is an absolute handful. Anyway, that's the reason I'm on my own today. And today's topic, I wanted to discuss, should you give your Filipina an allowance? If your wife is working, obviously, then it's not a question. And there's no right or wrong answer to this. I'm interested, you guys that are living here with Filipino wives or girlfriends, please drop a comment down below and let me know what your situation is, because I know there's both sides of the coin. As I said, there's no right or wrong answer. It's just what your relationship is like. Now, if you have a Filipina who is extremely demanding, maybe you do supply her with a decent allowance per month. With Tess and myself, I've never, well, I shouldn't say never, back in 2021, I think it was, when I went back to Australia for a few months and then came back. While I was back in Australia, I was sending an allowance to Tess every month, because, and she didn't need a lot. I was sending usually between 5,000 and 10,000 peso. She was pregnant with Kyle, so we didn't have any kids. She was living back on the land with her mum and dad. So there was no rent, no electricity, no water bills, no kids with nappies or diapers or formula. So the costs were extremely low. The food was there. They grow their own rice, fruits and vegetables. They grow some. There's also neighbours that they barter with and swap. So it really was just for personal hygiene products or for feminine products. There wasn't a lot I had to send over, so she survived quite comfortably. Since I came back, I will say she has never once asked for an allowance. As most of you know, those of you who have been following our channel for a long time and have seen previous videos will know that my wife is not mahal or expensive. She's what I call karipot, which is tight with money. Whenever we're purchasing something, she always looks at the price first and says, oh, it's expensive. Even if it, in Australian standards, it won't be expensive, but to Philippine standards, it can be quite sometimes expensive. And she'll say, that's too expensive, let's look for something cheaper. And I've been trying to educate her for 2 years now on the fact that if you purchase a slightly better quality, and I usually try and go for mid-range. I'm not a rich person, so I'm not purchasing the most expensive product, but I won't go for the cheapest, lowest quality, because as most Westerners know, that product is not going to last long and you'll need to replace, and it ends up costing you more money than if you purchased a mid-range product, which will last you longer. So I try and sort of purchase in the mid-range. But she's never asked me for money, so no, I don't personally give my wife an allowance. I do give her money from time to time, and she'll have that in her purse, and if she chooses to purchase something on Shopee or Lazada, she will still be very respectful and ask me first and say, babe, is it okay if I purchase this or that? And I just say to her, if you've got money there and you want to purchase it, sure, go ahead. And I'm not saying I don't supply her with everything. That's the reason she doesn't ask for an allowance, is because, you know, all our food is purchased here. Our electricity bills are paid, water bills are paid. I put gas in the car, everything is covered. But still, if she needs, and when we go shopping, of course, I purchase, the hair products, personal hygiene products, any feminine products that she needs. We'll go on and she'll say, oh, I need this, I need that. That's fine, no problem. She's never worn makeup. From the time I met her, the most she ever does is put a little lipstick on. That's Tess. She's a natural beauty anyway and doesn't need makeup to make herself look prettier, but it's never been her thing. And I'll digress for a second. I remember when we were getting married and she was getting her hair and makeup done, and the makeup artist put the false eyelashes on, and within minutes she was sitting in front of the mirror and she could see herself. Within minutes she ripped off the false eyelashes. She'd already told the makeup artist, just go light, moderate on the foundation. I don't want to look like a China doll. She doesn't like it when she's overdone with makeup, and she'll point out with other women if she sees them on the street that are caked in makeup to make themselves look better. She'll say, oh, overdone. And I said to her, why did you pull it? Because she looked absolutely beautiful. It wasn't overdone. The eyelashes were great. The mascara, the foundation was moderate, and it was a good colour. It matched her skin quite well. The lipstick was quite natural. I said, why did you pull off the false eyelashes? She said, oh, I look like a Carabao. So she's never been a big one for wearing makeup. So she doesn't ask for money for makeups and things like that. Just as I said, feminine products, personal hygiene products, or if we're shopping and she wants to get some, hopia is a bread product that it's one of her favourite things, and she'll quite frequently, most of the time she'll ask, can I get some hopia? But now she's adapted to the point that we're moving along and she'll just grab the hopia and it goes into the shopping cart. So, but yeah, most Filipinas will be very respectful and ask you before they spend money on things. Most Filipinas, surprisingly enough, will even ask you for permission to go somewhere. If you're back at home in your home country for something, and this is with genuine province girls, I've found that even if Tess wanted to go into Balud to do some shopping for something with her sister, she'd contact me and say that she was asking for permission to go into town and go shopping, and I'd say, babe, of course, sure, if you need to go, go. But that's what a genuine provincial Filipina is like. They are very, very respectful to their man, and they will ask your permission. It is very old school, and I don't demand that, and I don't expect that to happen. It's just the way she was raised, and I find it very respectful. But back to the allowance, yeah, I've never ever, as I said, when I was away from the country, I provided an allowance for her, but on a monthly or weekly basis here, it's not something I do. I don't give her 5,000 or 10,000 pesos every month so that she has her own money to spend. As I said, if we're out purchasing things, I have a wallet and I don't have a coin spot. So if I spend 500 pesos and they have 20 peso coins here, so 20 peso, 10 peso, 5 peso, I could end up with almost 100 peso in coins in my hand, and I just automatically hand it to Tess, and she'll put it in her, she has a coin purse, so she'll just automatically put it in her coin purse. She carries all the coins, so if we catch a tricycle somewhere, I say, babe, you have money for tricycle? Because I like to have the exact 30 peso to give the tricycle driver, because most of the time the tricycle drivers don't have change. So yeah, she'll frequently build up hundreds of pesos in her coin purse, and sometimes even if the change is 50 peso, 100 peso in notes, and I've already put my wallet away, I'll just say, babe, put it in your coin purse. And she gets money every week, every couple of days when we're out shopping, and it will build up. And at one stage she actually had a piggy bank where she was saving, and I think in total she was She was putting all the 20 peso coins, the big gold and silver 20 peso coins were her favourite. One stage she'd saved 5,000 pesos in her piggy bank. So she is very, very frugal. She's not a spender. But yeah, as I say, it's some women require some allowance, and yes, they deserve it. Don't get me wrong. If they're doing all the housework, that's their job. If they're not working in a store, in security, in sales, whatever, they don't have a job as such, then a housewife to me is a job. That's a job. That's their job. So they're doing their work and they deserve to be taken care of for that. So I'm not saying it's something you shouldn't do, but I'm also not saying it's something you should do. It's just how we live here together. And as I said, if you're in a relationship with a Filipina, please drop me a comment down below, guys, and let me know your situation. Do you give your wife an allowance or your girlfriend an allowance? How much do you provide her with each month or week or whatever it may be? I'm very interested to see, because I know everybody is different and every situation is different. But if you get a genuine provincial Filipina girl, they generally won't ask you for money. That's another thing to remember. If you're online dating on Christian Filipina, remember guys, there's a link in the description below where I met Tess. If you click on that link, you can create a free profile there and check out all the Filipinas. So if you're chatting to someone on a dating site and they start asking you for money, for food, for whatever, that's a red flag to me. It shouldn't be happening. A genuine Filipina shouldn't ask for that. And especially if they're working. If they're working in the city and you're chatting to them and they're telling you, oh, I don't have enough money, I need money, chances are that's all they're after. So yeah, I just wanted to talk today about, should you give your Filipina an allowance? And again, it's not my opinion that you should or you shouldn't, it's just the way we live. I 100% agree with those who don't, and I 100% agree with those who do. There's no right or wrong as far as I'm concerned, it's just how your relationship works with your Filipina. So let me know guys what you think, let me know what you do, those of you who have relationships with Filipinas, those that don't have relationships with Filipinas. Do you think what I'm doing is the wrong thing, or do you think it's okay the way we live? Let me know in the comments below guys. Thank you very much to everyone who subscribed recently, and if you haven't subscribed yet and you're enjoying our content, please smash that subscribe button down there in the corner guys. Click the notification bell so you don't miss any of the future videos. Don't forget to give us the thumbs up, click the like, because it makes a difference to that YouTube algorithm for us. And remember, we're still building off grid, although we've had a week, 2 weeks, of rain. We can't get deliveries there still. We haven't been back out there because it's so slippery and muddy even driving the RAV through there, and there's not really much we can do out there. The boys have started digging the septic tank, can't get that complete, but I'm going to try and get there this week so I can video firsthand what the boys have been up to. We've got all the bamboo there ready to go for our kitchen on the side of the shed there. We've got all the bamboo ready to go for the fencing. I've ordered my second battery for the solar setup. I ordered my inverter, but just got a notification this morning that the order has been cancelled, and I've just contacted the seller to ask why. The shoppy went to collect the item and it wasn't there, wasn't available, so they've cancelled my order and they're refunding my money. And I don't know why. I don't know whether they're out of stock at the moment or what the deal is, so I'll find out about that. But look out for Friday's video or Saturday's video and keep up with what's happening there. So until next time guys, thank you again for watching, and from Brian and Tess, who's not here at the moment, in the Philippines, peace out.